What happens the moment you die? Not a minute later, not a day later, but in the exact second, your heart stops, your body goes still, and your mind loses its grip on reality. For thousands of years, humanity has feared one question more than any other: what comes next? Some believe death is peace, others believe it is punishment, and some theories are so disturbing that once you hear them, you may never look at death the same way again. Tonight, we count down 7 of the most terrifying theories about what happens after you die, and trust me, the final one is the one people fear the most. What if death is not the end, but a replay? One disturbing theory suggests that after you die, you experience your entire life again. Every moment, every mistake, every regret, every word you wish you could take back. Not as a memory, but as if you are living it all over again. Some people compare this idea to near-death experiences, where people claim their entire life flashed before their eyes in seconds. But what if it doesn't stop there? What if death traps you inside your own timeline, forcing you to watch or relive everything again? And if that's true, how many times have you already lived this life? What if the afterlife isn't real at all? What if it's simply the final trick of a dying brain? Some scientists believe that in the final moments before death, the brain may release a flood of chemicals and electrical activity. And in that chaos, your mind could create one final experience: a tunnel of light, a peaceful place, lost loved ones, a sense of calm. But what if that afterlife is just your brain trying to comfort you as it shuts down forever? A beautiful lie, created in the final seconds of consciousness. And if that's true, how would you ever know the difference? One of the oldest beliefs in human history is that death is not the end, because you come back, but not as yourself. This theory suggests that after death, your consciousness returns in a new life, a new body, a new identity, a new existence. But here's the disturbing part. You don't remember any of it. Not your family, not your face, not your pain, not your love, not your name. Everything you are, gone. And if reincarnation is real, how many times have you already died without ever knowing it? What if this life is not base reality? What if death is not death at all, no, but an exit? Some people believe consciousness does not disappear when the body dies. Instead, you wake up somewhere else, another dimension, another layer of reality, another world entirely, almost like this life was only a simulation, or a test, or a temporary state, and death is simply the moment you open your eyes somewhere else. But if that theory is true, then who put us here, and why? This next theory may be one of the most horrifying of all. What if you die, but your awareness doesn't? Imagine this: your body has stopped. Your brain is failing. People around you believe you are gone, but somehow you are still there, unable to move, unable to speak, unable to escape, still conscious, still aware, still trapped inside the silence. Some fear this could explain why so many people are terrified of being buried alive or declared dead too soon. But even beyond that, this theory touches something deeper: the possibility that death is not unconsciousness, but imprisonment. No fire, no light, no heaven, no voices, no second chance, just nothing. This theory says that when you die, your consciousness ends completely. No dreams, no thoughts, no memory, no awareness. You simply stop. And maybe that sounds peaceful to some people. But for others, this is the most terrifying theory of all. Because the human mind can imagine pain. It can imagine fear. It can imagine darkness. But it cannot truly imagine non-existence. And maybe that's exactly why it terrifies us. For many people, this is the oldest, most feared, and most emotionally powerful theory of all. The belief that after death, you are judged. And depending on your life, your choices, your actions, you may enter eternal peace or eternal punishment, heaven or hell. And what makes this theory so disturbing is not just the reward or the suffering. It's the idea that it never ends, no reset, no escape, no second life, just eternity. And whether someone sees this theory as truth, symbolism, or fear passed down through generations, one thing is certain: few ideas in human history have terrified people more than the possibility that death is not the end, but the beginning of forever. Maybe one of these theories is true, maybe none of them are, or maybe the truth is something far stranger than anything we have ever imagined. But one thing is certain: every human being who has ever lived has asked the same question: what happens after death? And one day, every one of us will find out. So now I want to ask you, which theory do you think is the most terrifying? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more dark mysteries, disturbing theories, and unexplained stories, subscribe to Rankopolis Mysteries, because some questions are too terrifying to ignore.